והנה ראש האופוזיציה התחיל לדבר ממש לפני מספר שניות, בוא נשמע את דבריו.
משום שהם מרגישים שחרף הנדוס התודעה הזה, ששמענו את זה גם, מבינים שמשהו
influence consciousness. They understand that something big has happened here. They can speak as much as they want. It's the worst government in the history of Israel. The Israeli citizens feel that this is a government that's caved into terrorism, that's caved into extortionism, that lost the ability to govern, to rule, our ability to raise the Israeli flag in Israeli cities. This government, in fact, how did many citizens said? We felt as if the country was taken from us. First, the sense of the loss of personal security, something that all Israeli citizens feel. The second issue is obviously the mounting cost of living, that they have zero ability, zero understanding, zero ability to face or to tackle. And the third issue is national pride. People even fear, this horrible image of Jerusalem teens afraid to raise the flag, those images of damage or hurt all Israeli citizens. So there's a fundamental fixing that is required here. And after this collapse, after this paralysis, after this inability to govern, this show of them as if they take care of the citizens of Israel, they care for no one but themselves. Bennett knew that he's forming a government that will not pass this threshold, and he trusted us to do it, and now he's trying to justify it because this is probably the reason the government collapsed after all this, again, attempt to influence consciousness. We have the ability to govern. I intend to form a strong, forceful government. The winds of change, I see it, I feel it, I hear it. I speak to the people. I speak to mothers, to young fathers, to young couples with children and with the elderly. And some of them are people who did not vote for me. And they say, we want the real change. We want to bring Israel back to the position it belongs. It needs. We did it before. We took Israel out of some global economic crises, and we did it in 2003, and we did it again in 2009. We did it again during COVID, and we will do it now again. We know how to do it. We will do many other historic things. We brought 4 historic peace deals. It did not happen by chance. It's because they felt our might. They felt our power. Peace you do with the strong, not with the weak. And I tell you that I'm committed to expand the spectrum of peace, the circle of peace, and I'm positive that there will be more peace agreements. And I know what I'm talking about. And we have a bright future for Israeli citizens, Jews and Arabs alike. Arab citizens are coming to me on my daily walks. I promise better future for all the citizens of Israel, and thank God, God willing rather, we will do it soon. Mr. Prime Minister, first of all, we are getting ready for elections. We are very certain in our ability to win the elections. As for the question of an alternative government, we offered it from the get-go. Let's form a right-wing government. There's a right-wing majority in this parliament, and the only reason it was not formed is not because of us, it's because they disqualified me personally. The people who joined forces with the representatives of the Islamic Arab Party did not agree to sit with me. So I'm not ruling out this option, but we're getting ready for elections.
אתה הולך לייצג את החברים כאן? אתה ראש הוועד? אני אתן לכם תשובה. הנושא... אני אענה.
I will reply. The Likud party approved my request to allow several reserved positions. It is possible. I will consider it, considering the circumstances. I have great appreciation to people who were brave to stick by their election vows, their campaign vows, and I will take it into consideration. I will not sit with Mansour Abbas, leader of the Islamic Arab Party. I never joined forces with him in 2019, I think, when we received 60 mandates. The Likud had lots of mandates. The coalition had 60, and we just needed one extra vote to reach 61 majority. Mansour Abbas reached to me through other people and offered to join, and I refused. There was no Smotrich, there was no pressure. I said I will not form a government that is dependent on the Muslim Brotherhoods that are ruling out the mere existence of the State of Israel. And so the only thing we discussed, the only thing we have discussed, it's important because you need to confront the lies. The only thing we talked about is them supporting in a specific bill that would take us out of this problem. Direct election for premiership. To elect the next prime minister, not to form a government, just direct election for premiership. We never did it, and we did not do it, and we will never do it.